don't get it. You and Dad are gonna live it up in the dining room, and we gotta eat in here. What are we, peasants?
Ross, I wouldn't exactly call dinner for two in the dining room living it up.
Thank you, Kathy. And I want all of you to be especially careful not to get on his nerves tonight. Is that clear, Ross?
Sure. If I think of something that'll get on his nerves, I'll save it till tomorrow. Is that the idea?
Yes. No. Ross, your father's a little upset right at this time.
It's that circulation war with the Evening Express, isn't it?
So remember, I don't want to hear one word about the newspaper.
Hello, everybody. I'm home.
Oh, dear, when he sounds that cheerful, I know he's in a bad mood. Now, remember,
Not one word about the newspaper.
Hi, honey.
Hi, dear.
Gee, it's good to have you home early for a change.
Here, Uncle Martin, I'll take your briefcase.
Well, Kath, there's some papers in there I want to look at
Slippers
before
are right
dinner.
here, Dad. Here, let me help you all over here.
Son, what are you doing? Take it easy, will you? Ow! Ross!
Sorry about that.
Incidentally, the answer is no.
About what?
About whatever it is you're after.
Honey, he's just trying to be helpful. There. Comfy?
And we're not going to redo the living room now.
All I want is for you just to sit back and relax
Here's
until
your pipe,
dinner.
Uncle Martin.
Now, if there's anything you want, you just let us know.
I'm sorry.
All I would like right now is a little uninterrupted peace and quiet.
Hi, everybody. Are you ready for this? A candy striper's uniform.
They've accepted you at the hospital. Wonderful.
Yeah, Mrs. Williams, the head nurse, says it's going to be a lot more hard work than glamour, but who knows where it could lead? I might wind up in a jungle hospital.
We should be so lucky.
That'll be enough of that, son. Patty, I'm very proud of you. When did you get interested in being a nurse's aide?
Well, there was this newspaper article calling for volunteers.
Oh? I don't recall the Chronicle running anything like that recently.
No, I didn't read it in the Chronicle.
Patty,
I read it in the Evening Express. Yeah, Ma?
forget it.
Meet Kathy, who lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! Thought they're cousins, identical cousins all the way. One pair of matching bookends, different as night and day.
Where Kathy adores a minuet,
The ballet russe and crepe Suzette. Our Patty loves to rock and roll, the hot dog makes her lose control. What a wild duet, still they're cousins, identical cousins, stand you'll find. They laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.
Well, why shouldn't I blow my stack, Jim? All I hear from you are excuses. Don't you think I got enough trouble with TJ on my back about the circulation problem? I don't see why I should have to tolerate this kind of asinine behavior from myself. Jim, I'm sorry. Forget the whole thing. If they dropped the front page in typesetting, I'm sure there was a good reason for it. Yeah, all right. Goodbye, Jim. Where was I now? Item 7, concerning the circulation problem. Oh, shut up. Oh, brother. Item 7, concerning the circulation problem. Perhaps the Chronicle needs a new image.
Papa, would you mind if I took a real quiet look at the medical encyclopedia?
No, go ahead.
Thank you.
Larger masthead, easier to read type, maybe greater photo coverage. Item 8.
Sorry.
What's that?
Oh, it's a spin... for taking your blood pressure.
A sphygmometer.
Yeah, I got it at a medical surplus store, just in case there's an emergency at the hospital.
Patty, what kind of an emergency could there be where they'd allow a nurse's aide to take blood pressure?
An epidemic, maybe, if I'm lucky.
Item 8. How about doubling the size of the sports page? Item 9. Another possibility might be to lower all new subscription rates.
Oh, can I borrow your left arm?
What?
Well, you're only using your right hand, and I thought if you weren't using the other one, I could take your blood pressure.
Patty, I know what my blood pressure is. Boiling. Now, will you take that thing and get out of here?
Sure, Papa. Just thought you'd be interested in my career.
Oh, Patty, wait a minute. Look, honey, of course I'm interested in your career. I'm interested in whatever you're doing. It's just that there are times when life forces us to be more interested in other things, like making a living.
Pretty rough, huh?
Well, let's just say that if the Chronicle circulation doesn't improve, then T.J. Blodgett's disposition won't either. So I'm trying to do everything I can to come up with new ideas to hypo the sales.
How about a contest?
No, the Evening Express specializes in contests. They run every one in the book.
Yeah, but a medical contest?
A what?
A medical quiz. Every day you ask a different question about medicine, and then at the end of the month, the winner gets a groovy prize.
Like a free appendectomy.
Yeah, I guess you're right. The general public isn't as interested in medicine as we specialists.
Yeah, well, look, Patty, I really got to get back to my memo, okay?
Sure, as soon as I finish taking your pulse. The duodenal ulcer is easily distinguished from the peptic variety by noting that...
Ow! Oh! That stupid skateboard, you dumb thing. Oh!
Ross, what happened?
Oh, I got a splinter on my finger from that stupid skateboard.
Ooh. Ross, when did you have your last tetanus shot?
My last what?
Never mind, we have to do something before infection sets in. What happened? Ross got a splinter in his finger. Kathy, would you get me the first aid kit in the bathroom and a needle and something to sterilize it with? Of course.
What? Hey, come on, you aren't gonna stick any needles in me. Not without a license, you aren't.
Ross, you just sit still and stop circulating your blood. It's bad for the infection.
What infection? I just got the splinter.
You don't know where that skateboard's been.
It's never been anywhere I haven't been.
That's what I mean. Here, Pat, here's the first aid kit. Thank you. Alcohol?
Hey, come on, now,
Oh,
come on.
Ross, sit
Hey,
still and stop being such a baby. Now, give me the needle.
hey, come on now, let me do it myself.
Come on, Kathy, grab his other hand. Ross, can't you stand a little pain?
Yeah, but that was the wrong finger.
Patty, I heard a scream. What's the matter?
Nothing, Mom, nothing at all. Accidents will happen.
Well, let's have a look.
Are you all right?
Oh, my ankle.
Oh, don't anybody touch him. He might be fractured. Just stay away. Let him breathe. Okay, now. Don't worry, Papa. I'll help you out. Let me see. Bandage, compress. Oh, darn, I don't have any splints.
Natalie, would you please call the doctor before she starts to operate?
Keep him quiet now.
Ah!
Boy, Papa, you sure were lucky. It says here, even a simple fracture of the abductor hallucis bone can take months to heal.
I'll bear that in mind. Next time I'm tempted to trip over a skateboard. Hey, where did Dr. Fenneman go?
He's talking to Mom.
You're sure it's nothing serious, Ralph?
Positive. I only wish I could be as optimistic about his general condition. I've never seen Martin quite so on edge.
These last few months have been impossible. Nights, weekends, he practically lives at the office.
What he needs is a nice long weekend in the country with plenty of quiet.
Now, in the middle of that awful circulation war with the Evening Express, he'd never go. He'd think he was deserting under fire.
Well, if he won't go away, let me see what I can do on the home front to get him some rest.
What's the verdict?
Well, you won't be doing any place kicking for the Giants, but I imagine you'll survive.
Now, that's what I told you over the phone. You didn't have to come rushing over here. I know how you live for those Friday night poker games.
I was getting lousy cards anyway. You probably saved me a fortune.
Good. You can take it off my bill. Anyway, thanks very much, Ralph. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next month at the council meeting.
Make that tomorrow at the hospital. I want to take a few x-rays just to be on the safe side. And while we're at it, we might as well give you a complete physical.
What?
And with the weekend coming up, you'll only miss Monday at the office.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Oh,
So I'll see you there at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
oh, brother.
Martin, stop grumbling and be grateful you have a doctor who cares.
Hey, Papa, you know what I just realized?
What?
Tomorrow's my first day at the hospital, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, now you have two things to be grateful for. Time for your orange juice.
Oh, Patty, I'm not thirsty now.
Papa, let's not get off on the wrong foot. You need your vitamin C. Now, come on, drink up. I have lots of work to do. Sorry, Papa. Okay, there you go. It takes a while to get used to these things.
Patty, you can take it away now. I've had my orange juice.
Oh, good, Papa. There. Oh, Papa, you spilled it all over yourself.
Patty, you're a nurse's aide, aren't you?
Of course.
Well, shouldn't you be off somewhere aiding a nurse?
Well, no, this is my lunchtime. I can spend a whole hour with you.
You can?
Uh-huh.
Well, honey, I really got a lot of work to do.
Now, Papa, if I let you do any work, I'd be violating my Hippocratic oath.
That's Hippocratic, and I swear I won't tell a soul.
Papa, my orders are absolute rest. Now, how about a nice book?
I don't feel like reading.
Too tired, huh?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Oh, then I'll read to you.
No, Patty, I'm gonna go to sleep right now.
Oh, good. You know, Papa, I read where 60% of the best... If you're looking for your briefcase, I took it for the duration. Pleasant dreams. Bye.
Dr. Summers, third floor reception, please.
Hi. Anybody home? Mr. Schroeder? Oh. Excuse me. We are Professor Schroeder, aren't we?
Well, I don't know about you, but the last time I looked, I was me.
What are you doing in the closet?
Who, me? Why don't you pull up a wheelchair and sit down?
In the closet? Isn't it a little stuffy in here?
Yeah. Stuffy, unprivate. That's what a man needs around here. A closet full of privacy.
So he can sneak a cigar against doctor's orders. Oh, I read your chart. Imagine a grown man like you sneaking off in the closet like a little boy to hide from the head nurse.
I thought it was pretty clever myself.
I think you should be ashamed of yourself. And what do you have to say about that?
I'm ashamed of myself.
Come on. Let's just come right out here and make ourselves comfortable. We'll sit down and we'll wheel right over there. There you go.
Yeah,
That's nice. Come right over here and open the blinds.
Oh, please, don't open the blinds. From here, you can see the incinerator.
So?
You expect me to watch all that wonderful smoke pouring out of that chimney when you won't let me even sneak a teensy-weensy cigar?
Hello? Oh, hi, TJ. How's everything at the office?
Martin, I think I've got a hold of something big. Did you ever hear of a Professor Heinrich Schroeder?
Oh, yeah, he's a space scientist, isn't he? He's got a book coming out about how to colonize the moon.
Yeah, that's our boy. Martin, do you realize what a daily serialization of that book could mean to the Chronicle?
Yeah, 10,000 new readers, maybe 20. You mean you got it set up?
No, not exactly. I've decided to leave the details up to you, inasmuch as Schroeder checked into the hospital there this morning. Now, all you have to do is find out what room he's in, then you make your pitch, and then...
Oh, now, wait a minute, TJ. I can't go barging into a man's hospital room with a business proposition. That isn't ethical.
Who said anything about barging? Use your ingenuity.
Like what?
Like you used to when you were a young reporter, without ethics.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Calling Dr. Paisley. Calling Dr. Paisley.
Pop-O, you know you're not supposed to be out of your room.
Oh, well, I just thought I'd stretch my legs. I mean, my arms. So I decided I'd better take a little walk. Ride.
Dr. Fenneman says you're supposed to stay off your feet.
I am off my feet.
I'm sorry, Pop-O, but rules are rules. Honestly, Kathy, he is positively the worst patient I've ever handled in my entire medical career. He won't stay still a minute. I can imagine. Patty, there must be something you can do to get his mind off the Chronicle. Yeah, but what? Perhaps it would be good therapy if you got him interested in someone else's problem. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good idea. Of course, I don't know how you'd go about it, but... Oh, that's okay, Kathy. I'll figure it out. Papa doesn't know it, but he's about to get a crash course in instant therapy. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Hello, admissions desk. This is Mr. Lane in room 274. Say, I hear that an old friend of mine has just checked into the hospital, Professor Heinrich Schroeder. Oh, room 237. I wonder if you could put me through, please. Oh, he's not allowed to accept calls. Well, I guess I'll just have to write him a note then. No messages either. Well, excuse me, I'll have to hang up now.
Papa?
Huh?
I found someone to cheer you up.
Oh?
I'd like you to meet Mr. Peabody. Mr. Peabody, this is my father, Mr. Lane. Mr. Peabody came in with the same problem you have, a sprained ankle.
Oh, really? Well, of course, Mr. Peabody, I didn't really sprain my ankle. I just twisted it. I'll be walking out of here first thing Tuesday morning.
That's what I thought, till the complications set in.
Complications? What kind?
Who knows? They ain't been able to find them yet. 6 weeks ago, I come here a healthy man. Now look at me. Even my hair hurts.
Now, Mr. Peabody, you just stay here and have a nice long chat with Papa. It'll be good for his morale.
Nice girl you got there.
Thank you.
Hope she don't catch anything working around here. Not for germs, you know. And that was just the beginning. 3 years ago, I come here with an ingrown toenail. Would you believe it? Inside of 12 hours, they was blaming the whole thing on a busted collarbone.
I don't know. Well, Patty was sure right about one thing, Mr. Peabody. You had an amazing effect on my morale.
Always glad to help a fellow sufferer.
Believe me, Mr. Peabody, I'll never forget you for this. Now, I hope you don't mind if I get you started on your way. See, I think I'd like to be alone for a while I make out my will. Goodbye, Mr. Peabody. Hello? Oh, yeah. Hello, TJ. Well, no, I haven't. Not yet. But you only called an hour ago, and I... Yes, TJ, I know they can circle the Earth in 90 minutes. But it just so happens I don't have a booster rocket on my wheelchair. TJ, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to hang up. Goodbye.
Papa?
Huh?
I brought a visitor by for you. I thought you might be bored, so this is Peter Mason, and he's come by to cheer you up.
Hi, Mr. Mason.
No, I think you're Mr. Mason.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Mr. Mason is a poet.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He hasn't had anything published yet, so I thought maybe you could give him some advice.
Yeah, well, I'd be very happy to.
Well, it just so happens I have a sample of my work right here, Mr. Lane. It's a short history of Liechtenstein.
Well, that's a very impressive piece of work, Mr. Mason. 857 pages. If you spread them all out, they'd be larger than the whole country.
He's very amusing, Patty, just like you said he would.
Well, I'm very sorry, Mr. Mason, but I really don't have time to look
Oh,
at
but they're
it.
very fast reading, Mr. Lane. It's all in verse. A Short History of Liechtenstein by Peter Mason. Once upon a time, there was no Liechtenstein. It was just a bunch of scenery with idlewives and greenery. Everywhere were castles run by knights and vassals. In winter they were frozen because they dressed in lederhosen. And from the mountains to the valleys, with beer and sometimes wine, they toasted the new nation, and they called it Liechtenstein. What do you think?
Well, there's a lot to digest.
Oh, you want me to read it again?
No. I'll tell you, Mr. Mason, I think what we'd better do is just give me a little time to cogitate about it, and maybe we could talk it over on Tuesday, late in the day.
Okay, because I want to get started on my next history. China. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Lane, for all the wonderful help. Goodbye. Get well.
For heaven's sakes, TJ, will you give me a chance? I was just on my way out the door to talk to the... Natalie?
Martin, what's the matter, dear? Why are you so upset?
It's your daughter, the poor man's Florence Nightingale.
What has she done?
You mean, what hasn't she done? In the past 4 hours, she has deluged me with a parade of characters that would make your hair stand on end. Natalie, I swear, if she comes through that door with one more crackpot, I'll call you right back.
Hi, Papa.
You're just the young lady I want to talk to, Patty.
Oh, good, but first I'd like you to meet one of the most interesting men...
One moment. Pardon me, sir, but this is a private conversation.
Oh, yeah. Far would it be for me to intrude between a father or his daughter, especially such a charming daughter. But if you'll take my advice...
At the risk of being rude, I don't want your advice.
Papa.
Oh, that's all right, Liebchen, I understand. What I wanted to say was...
I don't care what you wanted to say, sir. Would you kindly leave? I'd like to be alone.
Don't worry. With your disposition, that should be easy. It's lucky that girl takes after her mother.
If only I'm mitigated gall. He comes barging into my room and he insults me.
Don't blame him. It was my fault. I thought you'd be delighted to meet a nice man like Professor Schroeder.
Patty, at this point, I wouldn't be delighted to meet the... Professor Schroeder? Heinrich Schroeder?
Yeah, that's him. He's a pretty big wheel, you know.
Now you tell me. Patty, I've been trying to talk to him all day. I've got to find him now. Professor Schroeder, sir, just wait a minute. Sir, please, I've got to explain. I'm terribly sorry about what just happened.
Finally got him interested in somebody else's problem.
I must say, Professor, it was very generous of you to accept my apologies for our little misunderstanding the way you did.
Well, if there's one lesson I've learned in life, it's never to trust first impressions.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way. Now, what about the Chronicle's offer to serialize your book?
Okay. I make you a wager.
How do you mean?
A bet. You win this game, and I give you what you want.
Really? Gee, that's very sporting of you. Very generous.
Not at all. Because I think in 3 moves, I got you beat.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't think so.
No? Why not?
Because in 1 move, I've got you checkmated.
No.
Yes?
Ah, show me.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but the game is over.
Patty!
It's time for supper.
My dear friend, I am a man of science. I have been around the world, and I have seen many things. And this I say only to you. Boy, have you got a problem.
Here's Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. The Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair, but they're cousins, identical cousins. walk along.